Okay, this is Aries reading for how they feel about you. It's how Capricorn feels about Aries. Whoa, that was wow. Okay, this is what came out. Wow. Okay, anyways, I was going to say before the cards spit out at me that relationships are here to help us learn about ourselves. Okay, relationship doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship. It could be a family relationship, business relationship. Take it as it resonates, guys. Okay, not every Aries is going to be going through the same situation. So this is a general reading. So don't take anything literal. Don't make it make sense. Take what's yours. Leave the rest. Okay. If you want a detailed personal reading, email me or hit the link below. I'm more than happy to. Otherwise, this is Capricorn's how they feel about Aries reading. And also, energy is fluid, so oftentimes we are basically like magnets to our partners because there's something that we need to learn or see about ourselves that we're not seeing. Okay, so energy is fluid, meaning that you could feel this way or they could feel this way. Take it as it resonates, but like I said, it's always going to lead back to you because relationships are here to help us learn more about ourselves. Okay, so this is the reading. Capricorn, how they feel about Aries. So this is the Justice card. Not surprised. That super moon eclipse that we just had is all about balancing everything out. Okay, so the Justice card is Libra energy. It's also about karma and balancing things out. So Capricorn admires your fair mind and your intelligence. Even even so, you must express what you are feeling in your heart. Okay, so the thing about this is there's no feelings here. It's all truth, right? So if anybody knows anything about Aries, you wear armor underneath all these clothes. And everybody wonders why, and it's to protect you from your biggest threat, which is vulnerability. You need to be vulnerable, okay? This is the Father card. We know very disciplined leaders, but you have to incorporate vulnerability. That is courageous, okay? Being vulnerable is a part of aspect of ourselves. You're in a relationship, there needs to be emotion, okay? So don't forget to be expressive, okay? Let them know how you're feeling because people can't read our minds, right? So this Justice card actually signifies a different truth that must be vocalized, right? Although it may be hard to hear, the only way forward is through transparency and honesty, okay? This is the mini version of this. So there's a lot of truth but these swords right here cut the head right off the heart, away from the heart, right? So that there's no emotion. I don't see any emotion in this at all. In this at all. The devil is Capricorn, which is basically earth signs. So you're fire signs. This is air, fire. I see no cups at all. You need to express how you feel, right? With transparency and honesty. Okay, that's gonna balance things out. Whew, this is an intense relationship, I'm sure. Wow. So Capricorn feels about with the Queen of Swords. So this is Cancer, or why am I saying Queen of Cups? I thought of Queen of Cups. Probably because I was just talking about Queen of Cups. So this is Libra energy. Libra. Okay. So this person, their Capricorn feels. So this person they make calculations and will make a decision that supports the preservation of their personal power. So they are extremely independent and will welcome going at it alone when it serves their own needs. Now, either that's how they feel or that's how they feel about you. Like I said, in relationships, they mirror us. We mirror them because this is aspects of things that we need to see. Okay, so that's why energy is fluid. So this has got to be tough because the Queen of Swords is basically whoever this is about. They will make calculations and will make a decision that supports the preservation of their personal power. They're extremely independent and will welcome going at it alone when it serves their own needs. Every action is a choice. So please act with feelings, okay? We think about the situation with our minds. We act in our how we feel, our intuition, okay? This card reminds me of like a divorced person. You know, it's all there's no emotion there at all. We have to have emotions, guys. We're not robots. And if you're in a relationship, it's what people are in relationships for, to nurture that connection, okay? To get the nutrients of emotions, feeling. Okay, you have to have feelings in a relationship. You have to be vulnerable. Okay, so Emperor, I'm so blown away by this reading. This is very intense energy here, guys. Because there's no emotion. So the Empress is like the mother card of the zodiac, and the Emperor is the father card. And I'm sure a lot of our parents taught us to not be vulnerable. We need to be vulnerable, like I said, okay? So Capricorn prioritizes maintaining their strength, leadership over their own life's direction. Well, actually, this is how they feel about you, because you guys are leaders, right? So they feel like you make it a priority to maintain the strength and leadership over your own life's direction or your relationship direction. If they feel like if your power is challenged, a boundary will be established. So the Emperor only respects communication that is direct, assertive, and confident. I'm not surprised. So yeah, I get that. This is all assertive. This is all confident. This is all communication, direct, truth. But there's no emotion at all. I can't even fathom how this relationship goes, because I don't see any emotion. Capricorns are hard workers, right? They're determined. Okay, you guys are leaders. You guys are disciplined. But I don't see any emotion in this at all. I'm blown away, you guys. I'm so if you can tell, I'm dumbfounded right now. I don't think I've ever seen that before. So let's get a couple messages from Spirit on this relationship. So this is messages to Aries about the relationship with Capricorn. Remember, relationships can be business relationships. It can be, if this is a business relationship, good. There shouldn't really be any emotion. But remember, we're human. And whether it's a business relationship or not, there has to be some kind of emotion, because there needs to be a balance. Without emotion, there's no balance. Okay, so it's all mind. Spirit guys, angels, I'm sure grateful. Business, I know they say don't mix business that's just find the middle path, okay? Unlearn everything we learned, because we probably learned it from misguided perceptions, or rose-colored glasses, or fogged opinions. Okay, death in reverse. You guys have that a lot in your energy because of with this change and transformation. Six of Cups. There, finally, is a cup. But this is messages, so it doesn't necessarily mean that's in the relationship, but the messages from Spirit. Okay, and the Knight of Wands and the Tower. Not surprised. Okay. Give me just a sec, guys. I'm going to close this window because that door slams a lot. Hold on one moment. Okay, sorry, guys. Not like you guys even knew I even did that, but it's been a day. Okay, so the death in reverse. So the message from Spirit about the death in reverse, this is Scorpio energy. And this is like change and transformation. So in reverse, this is Capricorn, or not the devil. Why did I say the devil? The death in reverse means change and transformation, so that means that something did not change, or there's no transformation, right? Or delay, I guess, if you think that way. So take it how it resonates. Like I said, it doesn't mean an ending. It just could be a delay, or it could be not letting something change or transform. Okay, so with the super moon eclipse, this is like the balancing out of karma, right? So this is 13, and it's Pluto energy. So in reverse is like resistance to change, like I said, inner purging, delay to endings, depression, or it's not an end. Okay, Oh, look, my cards are all sideways. And I was just so blown away about this relationship, or the energy in this. So the Six of Cups. Cups represents feelings, emotions, relationships, and this is the Sun in Scorpio, so Scorpio energy again. So this is the Lord of Pleasure. So this would be like a past, a reminiscence, a childhood memories, living in the past, nostalgia, a childhood or an ex. Okay, so that could be like that ending of an ex, or ending of something that happened in your childhood that it now still affects. Like maybe something in your childhood or their childhood, it was traumatizing, or whatever it be. It could be childhood trauma, it could be whatever. Just take it as it resonates. But something might have been influencing the not having any emotion in a relationship, right? Because at a young age we armor up to protect us, right? But we're adults now. We don't need to have that armor on anymore. We're more than capable of figuring things out and healing from things and everything else. We don't need to have this protection anymore. We are adults, okay? We did that when we were children to protect us, but we don't need to do that anymore. As we grow and evolve, we learn that it was never really about us, whether it was our parents or bullies on the child or the playground, whatever it was, whatever we armored up about. We need to take that armor off and know that we can protect ourselves, and we can know that in 99% of the time it was nothing to do with us at all. Even with our parents, they did the best they could with what they had, the best way they knew how. If it's about your parents or any guardian, whatever, just take it as resonates. Like I said, don't take everything I say to left field, and don't be, please don't do that. This is not in any way shaming, blading, or anything like that. But we need to be vulnerable, because if we block that aspect out of ourselves, we're blocking out not only the bad but also the good. We need to experience both. Okay, you can't experience that, especially in a relationship, if you're not vulnerable and you don't have any emotion. Okay, so you need to forgive, you need to move on, we need to get it up, get it out, heal, grow, learn. And we're not going to do that unless we face it, right? So if that's what it is, then, definitely, we got to grow up sometimes. And I'm not saying it's your fault, but sometimes it's hard to see or realize what it is that is triggering us or triggering them, okay? But like I said, usually in relationships, it's a mirror, so it's easier to look at other people's faults than our own. But relationships are geared to make us learn more about ourselves. So this is about you, okay? And not so much about them. So, if that makes sense. Now this is the night. Let's just keep moving on. So this is the Knight of Wands. Wands are fire. Knights are fire. So fire and fire. This is impulse to freedom. Like, this is a fiery horse and a fiery sign with a fiery energy, right? It's all fire, you guys. So the Knight is also, like with the horses, it's movement. So this is Sagittarius. This is impulse to freedom, okay? So it's actual pursuit of a new idea. Maybe there's travel, progress, energy, passion, inspired action, adventure, impulsiveness, right? So if it's impulsiveness, slow down, okay? Think before you act, think before you speak, or even with them, of course, we can't say don't swear, don't effing swear, because we're being contradicting, right? So if you're the one that needs to slow down and be, do what you want others to do. So don't ever expect somebody to do something that you're not, or vice versa. Do you see what I'm saying? So don't be contradicting. Be the change you want to see, in other words, right? You can't complain about something else in somebody if you're not doing it yourself, right? So that's the law. Like, don't do unto others that you don't want done to you, right? So here's the wonderful Tower. This is Aries energy, Mars definitely. This is like fire and Mars. So this is your energy completely. This is like a crisis, destruction, liberation, sudden unforeseen change, or catastrophe, renovation, or unexpected change. Now this is the thing about the Tower, right? So what happens is this building right here is built on a shaky foundation, meaning that as we grow and evolve and we learn and we get older as adults, we're not the same building anymore, right? We're different. So what happens is the universe will come in like a lightning bolt and hit us in our crown chakra to bring this building to its very knees. It's sudden, it's chaotic, it's unforeseen. But this happens so that we can rebuild this foundation on a stronger foundation that can hold this building now, right? If we decide not to do that, then this is going to keep repeating itself until it does. And I'm not saying with this person per se, but in any instance. So even if you are no longer in a relationship with somebody where this is happening, right? Because it's easier to look at other people than ourselves, so we break up with them because it's hard for us to see that it's really us, right? So if we keep on doing that, this is going to keep happening even in another relationship until we learn and regrow and rebuild. Okay, how do we do that? We heal, right? And we have to have emotions in things because we are human. We are not robots. Otherwise, we would be robots. We would not have a soul. We would not have a spirit. We would not be able to feel. We wouldn't create. We wouldn't have imaginations. That is all made in us because we have to feel, okay? But we'd also have free will, so you don't have to do anything that you don't want to or not do it when you're ready. But remember that you have to be all in a relationship in all aspects for it to work. Otherwise, this is going to keep happening, no matter who you're with, no matter what you do. Okay, so this is your reading, how Capricorn feels about you, Aries. This was pretty intense, guys. But I give you this much respect because that's a lot of very complicated, not complicated, that's the wrong word. Very impressive energy between you both. Well, thanks so much for watching, guys. Love and light.